Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and a well for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional acknowledgement of country.
Thank you. Puju Malinawul, everyone. Good morning. Ngalawa, welcome. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people by acknowledging that we meet today in Wallamata, the place of the snapperfish and the ancestral homelands of the Wallamedigal clan. I'd also like to thank the university for the invitation to come and welcome you here like this. It's one of those things in Australia, I believe, it's very encouraging and makes me quite proud that we do these acknowledgements. It's a way of affirming that we're a people that care about justice and respect. So I appreciate the invitation to do this with you. My family, in fact, descend from a fellow called Yarramundi. He was a respected elder and cleverman of the Burruburungal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter Bullangai, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and eventually secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families joined them, seeking refuge during the brutal displacement of Aboriginal people in the 1800s. And the place soon became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook first arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he encountered a people whom he described as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, made their shelters out of the bark of trees without cutting them down, and fed their families without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unheard of, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here in Wallamata for the past 20 to 30,000 years. So please consider, this is not a dream or an ideal yet to be realised. This was normal life for people for the longest time, and not that long ago either. So there's no good reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our families than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we are a clever people and there is still much magic in the world, I like to believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the planet. I would just ask that you share your skills with the rest of us where you can and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine now by winding up and letting you graduate. I just want to say congratulations to all of you. Have a wonderful day and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm pleased to introduce the Chancellor of Macquarie University, Dr. Martin Parkinson, AAC.
Thank you, Chris, for your always warm and thoughtful acknowledgement of country. You mentioned that it's an honour that we give you to participate. The honour, in fact, is all the other way. We really appreciate you and your family and everything they do for the university. So thank you again for being here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, acknowledging country in the form we've just heard is a reminder of the long history of the land on which we meet today, of its custodians, the Darug people, and of the charge they've given us to use this land well for teaching, learning and discovery. And I'd like to add my acknowledgement to Chris's welcome. Biawu Bujari Wolamadagal Yurin, Darug Nurian, Niayu Yurubeg Barang Gi Nurian, Biawu Gulbagang Kuniungung Yura Guragal Yagu, Yunmawu Gulbangang Darug Yura Bujari Gumurawa. I speak well of the Wallamadigal people of the Darug Nation, the people who belong in this country. I pay respect to elders past and present, and I walk with and respect the Darug people in good spirit. I hope you join me in those sentiments. Let me start today by welcoming each and every one of you here to the Macquarie University Wallamadigal campus. Most importantly, I want to offer a warm welcome and hearty congratulations to our graduates meeting together today on this magnificent day of celebration. Completing a degree is never easy. It requires determination and perseverance, hard work and dedication to purpose. Each and every one of you should feel incredibly proud of your accomplishments, because I can assure you that the university is very proud of all that you've achieved. Many of you are fortunate enough to be here today in the company of family and friends. For others of you, this may not have been possible. But for all of you, even in the most challenging moments of your study, these people, your family, your friends, your community, will have made your journey easier. So to all the family and friends of our graduates today, I say welcome. We have a number of small children and perhaps even a few babies here today. I want everyone to know that they're especially welcome. I want you to know that we don't expect young children to remain quiet through the length of the graduation ceremony. We believe that they're an essential part of celebrations, and it's okay if they run around and make noise. Just remember, they're our future graduates. To our graduating students, the support you've received is a reminder that while our individual efforts are very important, much of what we will achieve in our lives will happen because we support one another, because we work together, because we live together as a community. In short, we truly are stronger together. Now, it's important to maintain this commitment to mutual support, especially in times of great turbulence. Every generation tends to think that the times they live in are particularly complex, but there's no doubt in my mind that today we confront a remarkably complex environment, the most challenging in at least 3/4 of a century. How we as individuals, communities and countries navigate these challenges will be central to our shared prospects for peace and prosperity wherever we live. Graduates, I hope that your education experience has strengthened your sense of the importance of working together for the betterment of our communities, our nations and our world. As you go out into the world as graduates of Macquarie University, your lives will get busy with the minutiae of life, your jobs, your relationships, your families and so on. But I urge you to keep an eye on these issues and ask yourself, how can I help my community, the world in which I live, navigate through these times of great turbulence? What is my responsibility as a graduate and as a scholar to help create a better world? And how can we all engage in dialogue as members of the Australian community or as members of communities of other countries, or indeed as members of the global community? Respectful engagement and constructive dialogue are central to solving the big problems we face. And I'd urge you to draw on the skills and experiences you've gained here at Macquarie and all through your education journey to participate fully in those discussions. As Chris said, we must all be willing to share our skills and knowledge and bring our expertise to the table. We must all be prepared to continue to intellectually grow, to be good listeners, to learn from others and to respect a diversity of views. I encourage you to remain curious, to be a lifelong learner. After all, as Mark Twain said, and I quote, 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbour, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, deliver. In short, be optimistic. Go out and seek challenges. Take calculated risks. Accept there'll be differences of opinion, even among people who share similar motivations. Acknowledge that and commit yourself to working for the greater good. To do all that, though, you'll need strength. As the great African-American writer and Nobel Prize winner Toni Morrison told another university gathering in 1996, service to the individual, to the government, to the world, requires unwavering commitment to intellectual freedom, to virtues already being debased by apathy or mindless rage, virtues of integrity, honour, faith, selflessness and courage. Ladies and gentlemen, these are wonderful words, and I'd urge all of us to remember them. Soon, though, we get to the fun bit. Soon, though, it's going to be my honour to confer your degrees and to welcome you into the ranks of Macquarie University alumni. First, though, it's my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Ainsley Van Onselen. Ainsley is Chief Executive Officer of the Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand. For more than 20 years, Ainsley has enjoyed a parallel career as a law partner and non-executive director before progressing into senior executive roles at Westpac, including being CEO of RAM Home Loans. She serves as Chair of Chartered Accountants Worldwide, is a Director of the Global Accounting Alliance, a Commissioner of Legal Aid New South Wales, Chair of Kambala Girls School, Non-Executive Director and Chair of the Audit Risk Committee of Australia's third largest share registry, Atomic Group, and a member of the Chief Executive Women. An Australian Financial Review Woman of Influence winner and a former 40 Under 40 WA Business News and University of Western Australia award winner. Ainsley represented CA Australia and New Zealand and the accounting auditing professions at the Australian Government's 2022 Jobs and Skills Summit. So now please invite you to join with me in welcoming Ainsley to deliver the occasional address for this graduation ceremony.
Good morning, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Presiding Officer, members of faculty, staff, distinguished guests, family and friends, and the stars of today, the graduates of the Macquarie Business School. Firstly, I too wish to acknowledge the Wallumattagal clan of the Darug Nation, whose culture and customs have nurtured and continue to nurture this land since the dream time. I have joined you from Gadigal country, where I now live and work, hailing originally from Noongar land in Western Australia. And I further acknowledge all First Nations people here this morning. To our graduates, congratulations. Following years of hard work and determination, you are about to step into a whole new world. Armed with knowledge from your studies, you can now make a difference. Difference makers. This is how we describe the members of the organisation I lead, Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand, the membership body for nearly 140,000 accountants, finance, taxation and auditing professionals. We are proud of our long-standing relationship with the Macquarie University, embodied through the Accounting Advisory Board and the delivery of guest lectures and mentoring programs. Now let me take you back almost 30 years ago, where I also sat where you are today. I chose a different course of study, law. So how did I feel on my graduation day? If I'm honest, immensely relieved. The path to attaining my degree was challenging to say the least, which is why I want to talk to you today about brick walls. More specifically, the brick walls that you may come your way during your career. Whether we approach them gradually or they appear unexpectedly. Perhaps I can explain by playing a game of two truths and a lie. Which one of the following statements about me is true? I have 2 children. I grew up in a small country town. I had a private school education. Do I have 2 children? Yes, I do. That's probably not too hard to imagine. I have 2 girls, the oldest of which is currently doing her high school certificate. So did I come from a country town? Dressed in these clothes, some of you might be thinking, no way was she once a boot-wearing country girl. But that is also true. I am indeed from the country town of Donnybrook, a very small town in Western Australia with a population of 3,000 then and about 5,000 now. So that leaves just one left. I have a private school education. And that's the lie. That's the first brick wall I encountered in my journey to get to where I am today. I went to Donnybrook District High School, a public school with just 30 students per year group in regional Western Australia. And I come from a farming background steeped in agricultural tradition. My great-grandfather, my grandfather and my father were all farmers. Now, the practice of the day was that the males inherited their farms and the farms were in their name. Only the male members of the family received this privilege, never the women. And life was not easy on the farm. So I knew that a good education was my ticket out of there. And as well as trying to do my best at school, I picked fruit and worked on the farm to earn money. By the time I was 17, I'd saved enough money to buy a second-hand VW. It was quite gorgeous, actually. It had fluffy, carpeted interiors on the side. It had a Scorpion gear stick, and it was red, which, as you know, always goes faster. However, when I went to buy it, my father insisted on registering the car in my brother's name, who was not that older than me. Now, even though I picked all those fruit, pruned trees, picked up stones, helped mend fences and herd cattle and worked the irrigation systems, I had earned that money to buy that car. The harsh realisation of the inequality and inequity between myself and my brother, just because of our gender, sparked a flame in me. I channeled that inner fire into changing my father's mindset over time on gender equality. And I'm pleased to say I did. So much so that when he and my mum passed away, the farm has been handed down to all four of us, my brothers and my two sisters. And I've held on to that determination to this day. In my capacity as CEO of Chartered Accountants, ANZ, I now work with my amazing team, many of whom are here today, to ensure that there is fairness in our taxation system, fairness amongst our profession, regardless of their gender, regardless of their cultural background or abilities. Now, eventually, my hard work in that little school in Donnybrook paid off and I was accepted to the University of Western Australia. Now, here I encountered another brick wall. In the magnificent sandstone buildings of that grand institution that felt 1,000,000 miles away from my hometown. Now, I was only one of 2 country people in my law class. My very first year of law was a particularly tough time in my life. Just before exams, in the midst of the fruit season, my father had a stroke. My siblings and I were called back to the farm to work on the early harvest, picking nectarines, apricots, peaches and the like. Now, the toil of this illness, working on the farm and getting up at daybreak and then trying to study, became too much for me, and I failed one of the units in my degree. As someone focused on doing my best, I was mortified. I had never failed in my life. So ashamed that when I got the results in the mail, I went home and actually hid under my bed. Talk about a moment of true vulnerability. But then a hand reached under that bed. It was my sister's. She dragged me out and told me to sort myself out, telling me in no uncertain terms to get a grip, speak to my professor about our situation. So sometimes in life, it's the people around you who matter, even when they tell you something that in that moment is hard to hear. I'm pleased to say I did listen to my sister that day. I did go to speak to my professor about what our family was dealing with. I did get another chance to prove myself with that subject, which I then passed second time round. So then a few years later, I again learned the importance of the people you meet along life's journey. I'd landed a job at a top law firm. The managing partner at that time just happened to be Julie Bishop, who of course later became Deputy Prime Minister of Australia and an influential foreign minister. She was the first female managing partner of a law firm in Australia, very confident and very forward-thinking. It's fair to say I was a little bit in awe of her. So when she chose me to be the junior counsel to a QC on a murder trial of a person who allegedly stabbed his father 15 times, I was a little terrified. But not about the gruesome nature of the case. I was scared I would not meet the expectations of a person who I had such admiration for. Another brick wall. So there I was, driving my little red VW to a high-security prison to interview an alleged murderer. It was both exhilarating and nerve-wracking to be pushed like this, completely out of my comfort zone. And the outcome was that our client was acquitted of murder by the jury panel and received a much fairer, in the circumstances, sentence of manslaughter with time served. And so this was the point in my life where I realised that with the encouragement of others, we all have the ability to thrive in a tough and daunting situation. And that to be supported, you must also support others. Because when you form those networks, you find a way to stretch yourself and find resilience that you may not realise you have. So why am I telling you all these tales about my past? After all, this day is about you. You have all worked so hard to gain a world-class education. How you use your knowledge to make that difference is now up to you. So back yourself, learn from others, have the courage to push through, and importantly, run your own race. Because comparison to others is the thief of joy. So I called this talk Somewhere Over the Brick Wall, not only as a sly reference to The Wizard of Oz, but also because when you hear the phrase somewhere over the rainbow, we think about hope. When we overcome that initial fear of failure, there is massive potential in you all. So rather than leave you with two truths and a lie, what I'd like to give you is one final truth, and that is that brick walls are made to be broken down. Thank you.
Thank you, Ainsley. What an inspiring set of experiences to share with us. And I think the real, the message out of all of that for all of us is no matter what we confront, don't dissipate our energies in things that will not allow us to get to a better point. Focus on what you want to achieve and set about doing it. And Ainsley's lessons in that are something that I hope that we'll all have an opportunity to reflect on. So please thank me again. Now, as Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees on those who've complied with the university's requirements for such awards. I know some of you are looking at it thinking, who's he talking about? So this is where it gets to be all about you guys again. I'm now going to call on our Acting Registrar, Professor Amanda Barnier, to formally certify the eligibility of all of those who have met the requirements for awards.
Chancellor, I certify that all the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit each and every one of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, you are now graduates.
Graduates, please be seated. Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Macquarie Business School. I now call on Professor Rahat Munir, the head of the Department of Accounting and Corporate Governance in the Macquarie Business School, to present the graduates to you. Professor Munir.
Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from Macquarie Business School. Macquarie Business School represents the modern version of the long history at this university of teaching the next generation of leaders in the field of economics, finance, actuarial sciences, business analytics, marketing, management, and accounting, corporate governance. Our school prides itself on a simple and singular focus, due to the power of us. The great economist and philosopher Amartya Sen, winner of 1998 Nobel Prize in Economics, once said that true liberty is to have a freedom to live the life one has reason to value. So it follows that our true purpose at Macquarie Business School is to empower you, all graduates, our students, to lead and live you have reason to value. We give you both feet and wings. Feet in the fundamental training of mathematics, philosophy, recast in the modern disciplines of management, marketing, accounting, finance. And wings, so you find inspiration in the grand problems of our times and have ability to soar high. So when you leave this place, I want you to remember that most important question as Macquarie University graduate is that how you serve and how you serve society and how you serve the profession. Macquarie University is a public university committed to a public good. Therefore, when difficult ethical, social challenges come your way, the question you must ask yourself is, how will I serve? Chancellor, I'm proud to present to you the graduates from Macquarie Business School whom you have admitted to the degrees or awarded diplomas. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Diploma of Commerce, Chuan Wen Han Wu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with a degree of Bachelor of Commerce in Professional Accounting. Lachlan Hay. Eric Pinto. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Professional Accounting, Simone Gardner. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Cybersecurity and Bachelor of Professional Accounting, Jessica Tan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Professional Practice and Bachelor of Professional Accounting, Alexandra Mulish. Teresa Nicole Penosa. Anushka Senota Kumar. Thomas Semes. He is a recipient of Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Thomas. Ganesh Suresh Kumar. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Kareem Afiwani. Huya Afzal. Nada Akatane. Anthony. Olivia Bloom. Noah Bryant. Ching Lam Chan. Joshua Condor. Cheyenne Cortez. Kurt Crespo. Quan Chien Dang. Liam Davis. Prabhajot Danoa. Nathaniel Prasad. Kalum Axel. Sophie Alius. Alana Fisher. Rubey Go. Marvin Green. Wiley Harrington. Carson Ho. Hui Tong Chi. Shaolei Chia. Yuting Jiang. Susie Kim. Thomas Kosuta. Loklu Go. David Lam. Wen Gop Hua Lei. Sue V. Mansi Liu. Nagwan Nop Han Lu. Mei Henen Phuent Chun. Ella McCridden. Mercy Duluncha Mendes. Mahan Masagi. Shamni Nadan. Anna Nguyen. Nok Han Nguyen. Adam Knott. Haridoy Saha. Sovan Chen Tu Nit Pan. Nikki Pun. Taha Nazir Rana. Jake Rapa. John Riss. Nafis Fuad Saqib. Michael Saliba. Anthony Shalala. Roshan Singh. Sarah Taragan. Stephen Testa. Tarusha Trimi Mama. Regina Thomas Un. Wook Fong Chun. Noob Jin Chun. Fiona Vandermeer. Dane Wauza. James Watson. Lee Shu. Rachel Sin Ji Jup. Man Yuan Zhu. Huan Chu. Chancellor, I present graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting, Muhammad Osama Arshad. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Professional Accounting, Andre Angulo. Joshua Carr. Man Chan. Lee Yan Tia Chandre Sagaran. Muhammad Chatila. Lu Ji Chun. Shin Cho Chun. Alia Costa. Mackenzie Coulter. Gregor McDingley. Roel Fabian. Jack Gray. Rim Had Crew. Tungsheng Han. Zareen Shaima Khan. David Kozul. Min Tan Lee. Bingqi Liu. Fangsun Liu. Tien Tender Lin. Sean Patrick Molina. EU Par Mio. Min New Earn. Lin Shi Ni. Ariana Pervez. Riyam Pokhrel. Shun Ran. Kiara Rapatis. Munim Shariar. Natalie Naghajon. Kyle Wotton. Wan Shin Wu. Lin Juan. So she is a future student of Macquarie Uni here. Right. And in accounting, definitely. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting. Liam Comedy. Chan Virachia. Jilin Ding. Hoshi Lin. Manji Tai. Joe Wei. Minai Zhang. Tianmeng Zhang. Wo Chi Ji Cho. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master Advanced Professional Accounting, Jingyi Zhang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Commerce, Bingchun Liu. Qin Hua Ji. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Forensic Accounting and Financial Crime, Crisandra Anna de Cosa. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Professional Accounting, Sadesh Bhosle. Aishwarya Chandrasekhar. Sakshi Chikara. Leona Aurora Dinopol. Belinda Glendon. Daiki Kasish. Danxiang Li. Candice Lobo. Vishwani Rangan. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Professional Accounting and Leadership, Wu Xuan Li Ho. Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduate from Macquarie Business School.
Chancellor, I call on Gregor John Dingley, who graduated with a Bachelor of Professional Accounting, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Gregor John Dingley.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs, if you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. Chancellor Parkinson, Vice-Chancellor Doughton, members of faculty, fellow graduates and guests. I stand here today humbled by the opportunity to address the Assembly on behalf of my fellow graduates. I'd like to begin by thanking the wonderful people in all of our lives for their steadfast support, without whom we would not be here today. I would also like to congratulate the graduates here today on such a significant milestone in your lives, of which you should be immensely proud. I've begun my address today with an excerpt of If by Rudyard Kipling. Although it may not mean much to some, these are words I've lent on throughout the toughest phases of my time at university, and in my opinion, summarise the tumultuous few years we've had as a cohort. When I was asked to deliver this address here today, I was hesitant. However, while preparing for today, I've had the opportunity to sit and reflect on the last 3 years of study, an activity I might not have otherwise done. It would be easy to lie and say it was smooth sailing, but in truth, it was anything but. There were many times where I felt on the verge of losing my head, and I'm sure each one of us here today can relate. From late nights chained to a desk, racing an assignment deadline, to cramming in the last few days before final exams, we have truly overcome some monumental challenges. Ultimately, today is a day of celebration, but it has not come without its disaster. In order to effectively capture my own time here at Macquarie, it would be remiss of me not to mention the wake-up call I received in my first semester here. Fresh on campus, still clinging to the childlike arrogance of a high school student, I was handed my first taste of the real world when I failed my first unit. It's safe to say that this was a humbling experience, and once the disaster was accepted, along with the fact I would be paying for the unit twice, I decided it was time for an attitude change, marking a personal milestone of character building that would see me through the rest of my degree. I share this story today to remind the graduating class that in life, our failures define us no more than our triumphs. What's important is how you react and how you move forward. I think it's fair to say that our time at university flew by, and it was easy to forget to pause and appreciate where we were. But through this reflection, I believe that this is what made our time at Macquarie so special. It's only through perseverance during the journey, standing at the top of the mountain you've just climbed, do you realise how much we're going to miss it. So once again, congratulations on your achievement today. Yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Thank you.
Thank you, Gregor, for those reflections. I'm glad that you're here with us today, and you found, going back to what Ainsley was saying, you found the way around those brick walls. And having worked that out, all the very best for the future. Thank you very much. Guess who lost his place in the notes? Sorry about that. Just goes to show that it doesn't matter how many times you do this, you can always find a way to mess it up. Distinguished guests, please join me in inviting to the stage Angela Brewer for our musical interlude.
Thank you for waiting. Quando sono solo sorriso orizzonte, manca le parole. Sì, lo so che non c'è luce in una stanza quando manca il sole. Se non ci sei, tu con me, su le finestre, mostra tutto il mio cuore che hai acceso, chiudi dentro me la luce che hai incontrato per strada. Time to say goodbye. Sì, che io lo mai non esistono più. Adesso sì che vivrò con te, partirò su navi per mari che io lo so non esistono più. Quando sei lontana, sorriso orizzonte, manca le parole. Io sono, tu sei qui con me, con me. Tu mia luna, tu sei qui con me. Io sono, tu sei qui con me, con me, con me, con me. Time to say goodbye. Sì, che io lo mai non esistono più. Adesso sì che vivrò con te, partirò su navi per mari che io lo so non esistono più. Time to say goodbye. Sì, che io lo mai non esistono più. Adesso sì che vivrò con te, partirò su navi per mari che io lo so non esistono più. Io con te.
Distinguished guests, please join me in expressing again our appreciation to Angela for that superb performance. Angela is also the founder and artistic director of Coast Opera Australia. Please join me, ladies and gentlemen, in thanking our musicians. On the organ, the incomparable Heather Mowen-Boyd. And on the Chinese transverse flute, the wonderful Dr. Chai Chang-Ning. Can I also take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the representatives from our alumni community who have generously offered their time to ensure the day runs smoothly so that you can all celebrate that occasion. And please also join me in thanking our technical staff who ensure that the proceedings can be seen and heard, not just for all of you here today, but for those watching this event on live stream. So thank you for Graduates, this ceremony is a rite of passage, but not, I hope, the end of your connection with Macquarie University. You're now part of a family of alumni, a group that has grown to over 234,000 people in over 150 countries. We'll keep in touch with you and hopefully you with us. Make sure you come back to campus when you can, attend alumni events, and perhaps even undertake more study. But most importantly, remember those responsibilities you now have as graduates. Continue the hard work that has brought you to this point. Set demanding goals for yourself, goals to better your community. Retain your curiosity, pursue your dreams, and importantly, remember the people who help you along the way. Some of that group are here today, and I acknowledge their support on your behalf. I'm now going to ask you graduates, as is traditional at these ceremonies, to stand now and turn to the people who have supported you and give them a round of applause in thanks. Please now turn to the front and remain standing. With me on the dais are the representatives of our academic staff, the people who've taught you and worked with you through your journey. And I ask you to give them a round of applause as well. Finally, turn to one another and give yourselves a resounding round of applause because you deserve it. Well done. Please, graduates, be seated again. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates of Macquarie University, on behalf of the staff and the faculty of the university and of all of our continuing students, I again offer you my warmest congratulations. For all of you joining us here today, family and friends, I thank you on behalf of the entire Macquarie community and in particular on behalf of your graduates. I'd like now to invite our newest graduates and their families and friends to join us in the portico out through these doors. There'll be refreshments out there and the opportunities for photos, and I really would invite you to enjoy our beautiful campus on this lovely day. I hope it'll retain a special place in your memories. I'm now going to ask the audience to stand, please, and remain standing while the official party and then our graduates exit the hall. Thank you very much.